Chapter 8 Communication Warm up. Which mode of communication do you use? Let's start. Communication is the act of sending or receiving messages and information. Most people communicate orally, by talking, by listening, and by writing. In older days, people communicated by beating drums and sending smoke signals. Later, pigeons were used to send and receive messages. Messengers were sent on foot or horses to deliver messages, which took a long time. Soon, faster means of communication developed. Let us read about some common means of communication. Postal communication. The postal system is one of the oldest, cheapest, and most widely used system of communication. Postcards, inland letters, and letters in stamped envelopes are means of postal communication. Letterbox, telegram, and aerogram, and inland. All these are available at the post office. We need to write the address and area pin code of the person to whom we have to send a letter on the cover. This makes the letter reach the correct place. To send a letter to someone who lives outside India, we use an aerogram or an inland. Urgent letters can be sent through speed post or courier. We can send short and urgent messages by telegram. It reaches in a few hours. Parcels and money can also be sent by post. Journey of the letter. We write the letter on a plain paper and put it in a stamped envelope. Then we write the address of the person to whom we want to send the letter. Now drop the letter in a letterbox. The postman collects letters from the letterbox. He takes the letters to the post office where they are sorted according to the states and cities. Letters are put in different bags and sent to specific states and places by trains and aeroplanes. Letters are again sorted in the city post office according to the areas. They are sent to the different area post offices in the city by a mail van. The postman delivers the letters to the address mentioned on it. Electronic communication. A telephone is the quickest and most convenient means of communication. We can speak to the person we want to just by dialing the number sitting at any place. Telephone networks are spread all over the world. Nowadays, mobile phones have become very popular. We can carry them wherever we go. An email is the fastest way of sending written messages and photographs. A computer is used to send an email. Computers all over the world are linked through the internet. Email, internet. Mass communication. Mass communication is the way of communicating to a large number of people at the same time. Newspaper and magazines are a written means of mass communication. Radio is an audio means of mass communication. Television is an audio-visual means of mass communication. We can get information about anything in the world on the internet. Communication without speaking. There are some people who cannot speak, dumb, or hear deaf. They communicate through sign language. Sign language consists of 26 hand symbols, one for each letter of the alphabet. They watch the lip movements of the other and understand what the person is saying. Dancers use various hand gestures, body movements, and postures called mudras to express different things. Interesting facts. We should never make fun of physically disabled people. Vocabulary. Symbols, a sign object which represent something. Network, a system that is connected to each other. Aerogram, another term for air letter. Communication, the act of sharing or exchanging information. ideas, or feelings. Recap. Communication is the act of sending or receiving messages and information. In older days, people communicated by beating drums and sending smoke signals. The postal system is one of the oldest, cheapest, and most widely used system of communication. Telephone, mobile phone, and email, computer are the electronic means of communication. The fastest way to send written messages is by email. Newspapers, radio, television, and internet are means of mass communication. People who cannot speak or hear communicate through sign language. Exercise time. A. Take the correct option. A. In golden time, which bird was used to send and receive messages? First, sparrow. Second, parrot. Third, pigeon. Answer, pigeon. B. Which of these is an audio-visual means of mass communication? First, radio. Second, television. Third, newspaper. Answer, television. C. Which is the fastest way to send written messages? First, letter. Second, courier. Third, email. Answer, email. D. How do dancers express different things? First, hand gestures. Second, body movements. Third, both. Answer, both. B. Fill in the blanks. A. Dash is the act of sending or receiving messages. Communication is the act of sending or receiving messages. B. The dash system is the oldest and cheapest system of communication. The postal system is the oldest and cheapest system of communication. C. Dash is the fastest way to send written messages. Email is the fastest way to send written messages. D. Dash and dash people use sign language to communicate. Dumb and deaf people use sign language to communicate. E. Dancers use dash to express different things. Dancers use mudras to express different things. C. Answer the following questions in one word. A. What is the fastest means of communication? Answer, telephone. B. How many symbols are there in sign language? Answer, 26. C. Which is an audio-visual means of communication? Answer, television. D. Which is the fastest way of sending written messages? Answer, email. D. Answer the following questions. A. What do you understand by the word communication? Answer. Communication is the act of sending or receiving messages and information. B. Write the steps involved in the journey of a letter. The steps involved in the journey of a letter are: the postman collects letter from the letter box. He takes the letters to the post office where they are sorted according to the states and cities. Letters are put in different bags and sent to specific states and places by trains and aeroplanes. Letters are again sorted in the city post office according to the areas. They are sent to the different area post offices in the city by a mail van. The postman delivers the letter to the address mentioned on it. C. What does internet use for? Answer. Computers all over the world are linked through the internet. D. What is mass communication? Answer. Mass communication is the way of communicating to a large number of people at the same time. Activity time. First, find out the names of the following. First, internet service providers. Second, newspapers published in Hindi. Third, newspapers published in English. Life skills. Here is a postcard. Write your complete address on it.